Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Collections and Connections. I am your host, Lachelle Atkins, also known as America's Supermom. I am the mother of 15 children, and I'm a vitality coach to help you navigate through the chaos of everyday life and transform that into clarity and confidence with a smile. Now, it is Friday, June 30th, and you are watching a recording. As you're watching this video, I am traveling, but I wanted to have this grand finale of this series that I've been having called Collections and Connections. So, what I have been doing is doing three books that I would like to share with you and going over the self development qualities or insight that has given me in an effort to organize my books and know what I have actually in store to read to help create inventory for my Amazon store because all the books are able to go right to Amazon and purchase them. So that has really been the mission, and to wake up at 4 a.m. So every day I have been getting up at 4:45 in order to do these videos, and I'm excited because I am getting closer to accomplishing this goal. Now, it seems like it never fails. As I get ready to go out of town, I'm always waiting to the last minute to pack and do all this other stuff. So I am up at 2:36 doing this video a.m. So I'm excited to be here though. So I have some notes over some things that I would like to make sure that I don't forget to mention. But this episode is going to be a little different. I am highlighting some people that have really blessed me over the last few weeks. And so I just want to give them a shout out. So the first person is Mary Baker. Mary Baker has been watching at 5 a.m. live. So I'm excited that she has been such a supporter. But this is something that I want to highlight. She has sent me all these stickers in order for me to get organized, right? So I am a paper calendar planner, and she has sent me a bunch of stickers that I can use in order to get organized. And I love it because I also have like the stickers that I put on my laptop, and some of the stickers that she sent, I was able to put them on there. So one of them says, Live simply, and the other one is, Kindness changes everything. So as I am um, going about my day and dealing with the challenges that happen in a moment's notice, when you have 10 of your 15 children still at home, chaos breaks out all the time. Um, Especially like last night, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to record this video. I'm going to go to bed, get a few hours of sleep. The internet kept buffering because everybody was playing video games and doing whatever. So I just went to sleep. I was like, I'm not going to force against this situation, and I'm going to be tired the next day or risk, forgetting something or just having that negative energy. So I just stopped, turned off my computer, and went to bed, set my alarm, and I'm up now. Okay. The next thing is Kimberly. I want to recognize Kimberly Lechnick. She sent me a book, and it's Business Model Generation. All right. So I want to highlight her because we have been um, in partnership for a long time. She had a platform on Facebook, and she invited me to be a guest on it where she would interview entrepreneurs, and we would have these mastermind sessions live on Facebook. And so I've known her for some time. I can't even really remember when we met, how long ago it's been, but we are collaborating on our own book. Our book is called Healing. It's related to healing. It's 2:30 in the morning, y'all. But it's about healing the world, healing humanity, right? And we believe that everyone has a story, something that helped them during the pandemic to overcome this challenge that we had. Whatever that was for us, we feel that it was love, right? It was this love that got us through. And so we are desiring to connect with all the people who feel that feeling or that drive to share their story about how they made it through. It was not the best time for a lot of people, and a lot of us suffered a lot of loss. I had family members that passed away during COVID because of COVID, and I definitely don't want to minimize that. However, during that journey, there was a lot that I learned about myself, about my family, about just life in general, behavior. And the main thing for me was that love got me through. I was very fortunate to have had my life disrupted over and over again during my own journey with depression because I was really trying to maintain a sense of control and think that I had all the answers. And that disruption happened on more than one occasion. So I felt like when the pandemic hit, I was like, welcome to my world. This is something I've been dealing with a long time. So I was able to go right into work mode, into serving other people. That's how I grew my podcast. That's how I was able to start being a part of book anthologies and writing my own. All of this was due to the pandemic being that last straw that really set me in motion. So I'm very passionate about, what I learned and how it has helped me to grow. And it's something that I practice every day because I believe that we all have something that we can share with someone else about our journey and how it can help someone else to be prepared for what it is that they will encounter. So, this book is about you're holding a handbook for visionaries, game changers, and challengers, striving to defy out and outmoded um, business models and design tomorrow's enterprises. It's a book for the business model generation. So I love this because she kept saying, "Oh, I got this book and I don't know, it's not for me. I'm going to send it to you." She was like, "Do you like books?" And I was like, "I love them." Okay. So I'm just going to read what I opened it up to. It says, "Ignore the status quo, forget the past, stop focusing on competitors, challenge orthodoxies." Definitely sounds like it fits me because I am not about following status quo. I have 15 children. I do know how to forget the past, but remember the lessons in my own journey. Um, I don't focus on competitors because I don't believe I have any, right? I believe that there's an abundance. If you believe that there was no end to money or no end to time or no end to resources, would you be trying to be concerned about other people? I don't think so. When you realize that you don't have any competition because I'm the only one of me, I don't have to worry about somebody else coming and being another Lachelle Atkins or America Supermom. Now, I'm not saying that I am the only one that has children or the only one that has 15 or has the most children because, we all have our gifts. We all have things that are different or, alike other people, but I'm the only one of me, so I don't have any competition. And then the last thing is challenge orthodoxies, right? So that's like routines, status quo, things that, everybody believes is the norm. Challenge those. It is really, they say necessity is the mother of invention, right? So when we feel like there's a need, there's a gap, there's a problem, we step right in motion. And so that really happens for a lot of moms, I'm sure, who feel like things are going crazy or, things come out of your control. But as a mom, you got to keep moving and do what you got to do and come up with some solution, okay? Because your kids are waiting on you. All right. So the next person I want to recognize is Irene Vaxberg. And I'm hoping I pronounced her name right. But this is long overdue. And I want to say, Irene, thank you. I'm traveling, so this is just really going to be perfect. Okay. What she has here that she has given me is Vox Life socks. Okay. So now I know you guys thinking, what? Some socks? What is that to be excited about? But these are not your normal socks. Okay. These are socks that help you feel well, live well. Okay. They give you better balance. They have pain relief. You have more energy, recover faster, and your neural health. Now, there is a chemical that's in these socks that set your set you right in order. So as you can see, they're still in the package. I haven't even worn them yet. But um I am excited about trying these because they have been a game changer for her. Irene, you have to go look her up on Instagram. And I will, at some point, put her information in the chat after this airs. But she's very active on Facebook, and she is an avid supporter of these socks. It has really been a game changer for her, and I am really excited about trying them. Right? So she sent me 2 pair. So I want to give her a shout out for that. She says you need 2 pair because while you're wearing one, you have another pair for when you should always keep them on. Once you wear them, you should always keep them on because they have this chemical uh, thing that they're doing to your brain. Okay, that's really helping you. And she also sent me these patches as well. So it's amazing. So I'm excited. This is Irene Vaxberg. Now, the story about Irene is I was recently a part of an anthology, Now What? International best-selling author. Thank you so much, Misty Lee. Misty Lee is my co-host from Bold Voices. She also was a guest in season 2 of Real Life Without Excuses. So I want to give her a shout out. But we collaborated not just on Bold Voices, but we collaborated on her book. So me and the other co-host, Rochelle Harlington, and a host of other people, Nicole, who we call Nick. She's a part of the Hounds, and she was also a contributor to that book. Well, we got international best-selling author. So when we got international best-selling author, we had a lot of people who were out doing things in the media. They had got this ripple and momentum started. So one of the authors, Allie Valentine, was supposed to be a guest on Irene's um, Facebook Live video. Okay, so she had everything set up. Well, we don't know what happened, technology, whatever. So we were scrambling around. We're getting on the call because we were going to support Allie being on, but something happened. She wasn't able to make it. So Irene was like, okay, this is the time where I have guests. And if anybody wants to get on, I remember it like it happened yesterday because I almost broke my foot trying to get on this show. So it's just hilarious because I was on the computer. I was like, I'll do it. You right? I'm just at the computer and I'm trying to get on. And they're like, you have to be on your phone. So then I had my other phone. I have 2 phones. One of them is really like for my content, which you guys probably are like, do I really need all the information? Well, anyway, I have 2 phones. One of them is for content, trying to do videos and everything without my storage being messed up. And the other one is really old and I still have it. It's an iPhone as well. And I've taken a lot of the apps and stuff off of it, except for Clubhouse. So anyway, I'm trying to get on the call. They're like, well, you have to download the Facebook app. So I don't have Facebook on my phone. So I had to download it on my phone. I was in the middle of doing a whole bunch of organizing. So I had this pile of stuff right next to my desk. So I tried to maneuver my way through, about broke my ankle, got to the chair, sat down, right? It was just crazy. It looked like something off a video. So anyway, I finally get the app on and I'm trying to do this while she's talking. And so I finally get it uploaded. You know, you got to know your password because I'm putting it up on a different phone. So finally I get in and I have this wonderful conversation with Irene. So I'm thinking Irene was in the book as well. So she's like, oh no, she just has this show. And so it was a great opportunity for me to connect with her. So I was the one who raised their hand to get on the show. And needless to say, Irene is doing a lot of major things. I'm telling you, you want to follow her because she is traveling. She is really passionate about these socks and what a life change it has been for her. Um, Shout out to her for all that she's doing. So you want to follow her. All right. So then let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Let's see. I also want to say a few things about what you can do to keep yourself engaged when you're doing video. Okay, so I'm not really going over a lot of books today because this is the finale. Okay, but I want to give you a couple tips for those who are like, oh my gosh, how is she talking for 30 minutes without anybody else, engaging? Well, the first thing is I never meet a stranger. So I've had lots of practice. I was an only child. So if I didn't say anything, I'm used to being by myself. So this being on camera with nobody else, I mean, this is really like you're seeing inside my real head, my real life. Okay. It's crazy. But one of the things that you could do to get some content if you're feeling a little nervous about video, I have a few ideas. The first thing is you want to make sure that you maintain eye contact with your camera when you are doing a video. Now, I am bouncing around doing a lot of different things only because my husband gifted me, I love that, with a monitor that is above the camera on my laptop. So there are times when I'm looking off to the left or to the right and I'm looking above. And this is because I have that monitor that's behind me. But in the event if you're just doing a regular video, you want to make sure that you stay in eye contact with that dot that's on the top of your laptop. Now, for some people, this is odd, it's awkward. So, what I suggest you do is tape a picture of a friend, of your kids, of your husband, of anybody that you feel comfortable talking to right above that camera and on the back of your laptop so that it uh, goes a little higher than the camera. So you just talk like you're talking to your family, right? So for those of you that are introverts and you're afraid that, oh my gosh, there's a bunch of thousands of people watching me on video, which usually when you go back and look at the viewership, nobody is watching, right? This is stuff that by the time it really gets out there and catches on, you're so past that, you're doing something else, right? So get over that negativity, the talk that we give ourselves or the anxiety. Tape a friend's picture right at the back of your laptop and talk to the picture. Okay. So that's the clue. The next thing is I have this box here. Shout out to my son, Jonathan Atkins. He got this for me for Mother's Day during the pandemic. So, what it has is a bunch of quotes that are in here. So, I keep it up on my desk, and every day I pick one out. So, it's kind of like, this is what kind of mood I'm in today, whatever. Okay, so this one says, opportunity doesn't knock, build a door, Milton Berle. Okay. So, what you could do is simply read a quote, right? What does this quote mean to you, right? This means that you're not going to wait around for things to happen. You're going to make them happen if you have to, right? Sometimes we have to see how committed we are to things, right? So, he says, if opportunity doesn't knock, build a door, okay? So, that is a quote that you could use. I'm trying to check my time and see how I'm doing. Okay. The next thing is I have this. This was a coin bank. See it, my little piggy. And it says Hawaii 50. Now that used to be a show, right? But for me, it was a 50-year-old goal. So I was going to be 50 during the pandemic. And so this was a visual reminder for me. And so when I started doing video and I was doing things by myself, I was like, oh, I'm going to Hawaii. Pandemic hit. So that totally blew that out of the water. And I'm still haven't gone yet. But this is an opportunity for you to think about taking a jar of some sort. You know, it doesn't have to be a coin bank or anything like this. I collect banks. So see, it's got a little slit there to collect money. But I made this jar and I put like different things inside of it, like, you know, some ideas of something that I could talk about. Um, you know, if I have any kind of situation where I'm on camera, right? Well, what you could do is this is a jar. Nobody has to see the jar. You could be pulling things out of the jar um, without anybody knowing. And so those could be your talking points. So the first one I drew out was know what to put in your toolbox. What are your triggers, right? So these are like some little notes. So then I can say, okay, what do I need to put in my toolbox? You know, when as it relates to triggers. Well, you will probably need some meditation. You would need some breathing put into the toolbox, positive thinking, maybe some positive routines, maybe some videos that make you laugh, right? These are some things that you would put in your toolbox so that you can maintain a level of composure when you are faced with your triggers, right? So something like that is very simple. Okay. This one is call to action commitments. Okay. So we need to, whenever we have content, have some kind of call to action, right? Now it could be like, subscribe, you know, share this video, right? So a lot of people are into that when we're on YouTube and things like this, you know, share this video, like this video, comment on the video, answer in the comments, you know, these are some things that you want to do to engage your audience into what you're doing. And a lot of times, I mean, I am so bad at this. I forget because I'm talking and my goal is to share everything that I'm supposed to be sharing. You know, one of the things about social media is um, it is an opportunity for you to gauge in other people. However, there's so many things going on behind the scenes, right? We have social media to keep people informed. We have social media to do some research. We have social media to uh, promote our business. So there's so many different roles that we have. And so if we're the one person doing those roles in the background, a lot of times we can forget a call to action, right? We can forget that, oh my gosh, at the end of this video, I am supposed to be talking about XYZ, or I'm supposed to make this offer. This is why you need to have. So taking that time to say your notes. But a lot of times what happens is if we're multitasking, we're doing a lot of things in the background, we forget to mention things because we're just trying to get to the next course of action, right? And so a call to action is important. So I have a couple of call to actions that I want to highlight. Um, Today is the last day to sign up for the boot camp. The boot camp I've only mentioned a couple times because I have been into my books, and 30 minutes goes a long time, goes by quick. But I have a boot camp that I am offering for just $150 for the month of July and August. It's a one-time fee. We meet weekly to prepare ourselves for the holidays and for the fall. So this is summertime. A lot of people are vacationing through the month of July and August. However, I am that person that is still moving forward with a plan and a strategy. This is the time when there is the least amount of competition, if you feel that you have any competition, where other people are resting, they are vacationing, they're not thinking about work. And so we don't have to be overachievers, but this is a great time to set up our systems when things are not as pressure conscious, right? It's not like, oh my gosh, my kids are in school, Christmas is coming up, that pressure just with life going by and you're feeling like you're trying to jump on a moving train. Well, this is the time that I like to plan the second part of my year with a strategy, systems, routines, things that I could do every day, such as waking up at 4 a.m. Thought it was crazy. This was something that I have talked about over time, and there's occasional times when I get up at 4. Sometimes I don't. It's like few and far between, but I wanted to consistently get up at 4 a.m. My vision is like getting up at 4 a.m., getting half of my work done before I wake my kids up, taking them to school, finishing my work by 11 a.m., right? That's 7 hours that I am done at 11 a.m. I can eat lunch, take a nap, go pick my kids up, get ready for dinner prep, just be chilling. Now, there may be occasions when I do have late meetings, but I'm just like, that's the life. Waking up at 4, taking a nap. It's like having two parts of your day. You have a 7-hour full work day, right? And then you have this other 7 hours after your kids get out of school so that you can engage and not be like, I have a call. I mean, it's crazy. My kids come in, I'm like running from dropping them off and I'm hurried up and getting on a call. It's like, look, I just don't have it in me anymore. My kids are back to normal, so to speak. So we have cheerleading, we have football, we got all these different practices. And then going from practice, picking them up, running in the house, getting on a call, just crazy. Sometimes many of you who are in my network, you have been with me picking my kids up. We're on a call and everybody stops and says hello. Or in the morning, we're having prayer and you're in the prayer call. So it's just nonstop entertainment. But I want to be able to be more present with them so that I can have a strategy at home. Because a lot of times you're just like, you're used to the chaos. But when you're able to forecast the chaos, you can be more conscious of things that you can do in order to be the best version of yourself and to even build your brand. One of the things that I was very passionate about with my kids is for them to recognize their teachers. Usually every Christmas we give out gifts or, either they make things, little small tokens of appreciation for their teachers. So we have them do that. And this year we did something different only because I was in this mode of thinking ahead of time instead of just this hustle and bustle. But we gave out cards to each of the teachers that my kids had and just said, gratitude for them. Thank you for being my teacher. I'm excited about this new year. These are my goals and whatever those goals were. And I cannot wait to have a great year with you. My kids' teachers were like, oh my goodness, I was not expecting this. And I wasn't either, but this is something new we came up with. So when you're able to plan, you can do some of these things, right? How much does it cost for a card? Not a lot. You can even make one. That's even more impressive with teachers. So that's some of the things that comes up to me when we're thinking about a call to action, because I'm trying to figure out where I was going with that. So the boot camp is one. I'm also looking for 5 guests. Shout out to Zandra Evans on ZTV, Zandra Evans TV, uh, Zandra TV Network. Okay, that's the name of the network. So I'm looking for 5 guests. I'm going to be doing season 3. And my goal is to film in September of this year. And we'll have a great launch towards the end of the year and another series of Bold Voices. So I'm excited for that. and I'm looking for 5 guests. It is a paid opportunity because there's so many perks and benefits. I can't even go into all of them, but that is something that I am looking for as well. And then let me think if I had another call to action. That is really it. I wanted to shout out that. I want to thank Mary, Zahar, Carrie. Carrie is my LinkedIn connection who sends me daily jokes, right? He sends me these jokes every day to help me stay encouraged. For me, jokes are so important because it's a part of my smile regimen. I believe that we should have a daily check in with a smile, and that is an acronym for sleep, mood, inner voice, laughter, and energy. So these are 5 things that I think we need to monitor every day when it comes to our mental health. Just after my own journey of 13 years of depression and 3 hospitalizations, I decided during the pandemic, how can we be more proactive with the whole idea of mental health? Because a lot of people even forecasted these kids are going to have struggles, this social distancing and, being in a virtual space and no interaction like they're used to. They really talked about the negative impact it was going to have, but nobody was thinking what they could do to be proactive. So I thought a smile was simple. You can share that with anything, with anybody. And so I love acronyms. So I came up with those 5 things that have been very important in my own journey of maintaining a life depression free. So laughter is important to me. So Carrie on LinkedIn sends me these jokes every day, and it really means a lot. All right. I want to thank Zahar, who was the first one who joined me on these collections and connections. A lot of times I have grown so accustomed to doing things when I'm called to do them, to stepping out, being different, doing something new, that I usually am not moved if I have one or no one in the audience, right? Because I know that I am supposed to be doing something and it's a part for me. So when I think about this collections and connections, I'm excited for people to get on the call and for them to join me on this journey, this little snapshot of time that I am sharing with them. However, it has a deeper why. The why is for me to discipline myself to get up every day at 4 a.m., right? So all the people who come with me on that journey, that's just gravy or the cherry on top. The main thing is for me to hold myself accountable. And I do it publicly because I have to look at the track record. I have to go back and look, okay, why did you miss a day? Why weren't you there on Friday? What happened? Right? That was June 30th. So I'm pre-recording. So when you think about the things that you are aspiring to do, find a way that you can stay accountable, that you can continue to move forward, whether you have an audience or not. So, this is why I like video, because if no one is watching, it's not going to change how I do my presentation, right? If 1,000 people are watching, it's not going to change how I do my presentation, because the key is for me to fulfill my accountability and responsibility to myself first and foremost. And then anybody else who is blessed in that process is something that is just the cherry or the icing on the cake. Okay. All right. So I think I have gone over everything. Nationaltoday.com. That's another website. They have great things every day as to what day it is. So earlier in the week, I think it was this week, my days run into each other. And I do a lot of videos. I do a lot of talking, whether it's on LinkedIn audio rooms, my own video, Clubhouse. So bear with me if I'm getting the date times wrong. However, there was Sarah Day, right? It was National Sarah Day. So I took that time to connect with all my connections that have the name Sarah on LinkedIn. I didn't even think about Facebook. So I sent them the little clip from nationaltoday.com that it was Sarah Day. So just imagine you're going around doing your work. Someone sends you a DM that you have a special day. Would that not be the best thing? So that is a way that you can get on nationaltoday.com. There may be certain days, like maybe it's Nurses Week, right? Do you have any connections in your um, network that are nurses? You could reach out and just say, hey, I want to say thank you for your service, all that you're doing. I just go back, have flashbacks of COVID and thinking about the hours you had to work, the uncertainty. I was just on a call last night with Miriam Gonzalez. She is a retired nurse where she is now doing her own thing. She has her own business, but she and I had a common bond regarding depression because she said she suffered through that. She was a palliative care hospice nurse. So shout out to Miriam Gonzalez. I have to remember to give her a tag as well. But she suffered during the pandemic, loss of life, a lot of her patients. And so um, Nurses Week, if I was connected to her then, I could definitely be reaching out to her and just saying hello. Hi, I want to recognize you. I want to connect and on a Zoom, whatever. So these are some great tips that you can get from nationaltoday.com. They have like chocolate day or coffee day. So if you know anybody, maybe you want to gift a gift card to your clients, right? If it's coffee day, you can gift them a Starbucks card or a Dunkin' Donuts or whatever. So those are some ideas. I'm going to go, y'all, because I don't want to miss a plane. So thank you guys so much for watching today. And feel free to share this video, like, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. I would love the support. And I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Not sure when that's going to be. This challenge for the month of June has been fulfilled. So stay tuned to see what July brings. So I'm excited to have had this time with you, and may you have a blessed day. Bye.